Hi, guys. I'm so sorry. I am running late today. I usually don't run late, but there is a lot going on today. So, today we're going to talk about Kenya Moore trying to hide money from Mark, and I don't blame her. I mean, she sure knows how to pick him. This guy is, oof. Then we're going to talk about Royce Reed arrest. That's how it was initially given out to the press that she was arrested for child neglect, but she actually turned herself in. This story is so fascinating. I don't know what to do. Royce Reed from Basketball Wives, someone's asking. And then we're going to talk about Travis Scott uh, being sued by one of the parents that lost one of their child, that lost their child in the Astro World catastrophe, and just how complicated it's getting. So, this is a lot to talk about today. Woo! Let me get started. I have this new thing here. So, let me put up who I'm talking about. Let's start with Kenya Moore. Doesn't that look nice? I love that. Thank you, Perry. You got Kenya's picture up there. Perry is so cool. Okay, let's get into this Kenya thing because it is complicated. Okay, so it's being reported that I guess you could still call the bum her husband. Marc Daly is accusing Kenya of not wanting to of dragging out the divorce. He's making it seem like she's dragging it on because she's still in love with him, and she's not turning in the proper paperwork and things that she needs to turn in. She has not turned in her financial records. I don't know if you guys remember this. On the Ultimate Girls trip, she was crying. I think she was crying maybe to Kyle about the divorce. And she was saying how she didn't want her finances exposed on television because once it's out there, it's out there. So recently, she tried to get the case closed where it's not open to the public, but the judge has not granted that yet. So she's dragging her heels. But the rumor is that she's dragging her heels for a very good reason. Mark is trying to take her to the cleaners. Now, if you guys remember, she just got this new CVS contract with her hair care, Kenya Moore hair care line, which is bringing in more money. Mark is in debt, doesn't make half amount of the money that Kenya makes. And so the rumors are she's trying to not expose how much she's making and trying to hide some of this money. Now, they were only actually married as a couple for 1 year, and they never really lived together in the same house. We've all seen the what they showed on the Housewives. He was always in New York. I would say, yeah, they maybe a couple months they actually lived together as husband and wife. This divorce has been dragging on for 4 years. 4 years. And most men have a belief in I take care of me and mine. They don't go after women for their money. But listen, he was never in love with her like that. Immediately after they hooked up, came the rumors that he's been cheating on her, and I feel like he had a baby to secure his bag. If you ask me, I mean, this man is trying to take it for everything she's got, including he wants attorney fees. He's asking for alimony. He wants half of what she made during the marriage. You came into the marriage with zero. Now remember, she paid off his debt before she married him. Bad move, Kenya. Kenya, I like you. You are a nice person. You can't buy love. This marriage should have never took place. I knew she wanted a baby. We have to remember what kind of background Kenya has with her upbringing, with her mom not really feeling loved, just not having her own family. So she really wanted to make this family work, but not with him. Not with him. And she's in a bind. She's in a bind because she's in a public forum. She can't really hide what she's making, especially with that new CVS deal. Can't really hide it. You work for the Housewives, which is a very famous franchise. Everybody knows what you make on that show. You can't really hide money. So I understand that the quandary that she's in. She doesn't want this released to the public. She doesn't want all her business out there. I get it. But I don't think there's anything you can do about it, Kenya. I'm all down for you hiding money. Hide as much as you can hide from him. He's a bum. He's a bum. He keeps running failed restaurants. He claimed that the pandemic is really what did his restaurant in. No, not the pandemic. You were in tax trouble before you met Kenya, and she pulled you out of that. I'm really feeling bad for Kenya because he's just, and then not only that, you're attached to him for at least 18 years. Now, Kenya has got sole custody of her daughter, Brooklyn, after a lengthy, that's more money. People don't understand. Going to court for anything is not easy. It takes time and it takes money. So you've already wasted paying off his taxes before you even got married. Now he wants to take you to the cleaners for everything you got. He wants half of everything you made in the last 4 years. Oh, Kenya. I mean, I used to not like Kenya on the show, but I've grown fond of her lately, and my heart bleeds for her. Now, some people say Kenya got herself in this mess. She knew Marc wasn't in love with her to begin with, and you don't pay off a man's taxes, and I don't feel bad for her. But for some reason, I feel that Kenya, and I don't know if I'm being overly sympathetic to Kenya, faces a kind of pain that not many of us have faced, and that's the rejection from your mother. That puts a pain in you that only a person that goes through that understands. I don't understand it. I have a very good relationship with my mother, but I can only imagine. You long your whole life to be accepted, to be loved. Now you want your own, and you pick this guy to do it with. If you ask me, he can give two care less about Brooklyn. He's more worried about the money in his wallet that's coming from Kenya. And he's trying to make it seem like she's dragging her feet because she's still in love with him. No, she's not dragging her feet because she's in love with you. She realized years ago, that you were a bum. She's dragging her feet because allegedly she's trying to figure out how to hide some money. I don't know how you're going to do it, Kenya. I'm all for it. Hide every penny you can. This man does not deserve your money, your hard-earned money. And then when he did bring his sorry butt on the show, he was horrible. Do you guys remember how he treated her? How he talked to her? Befriended her enemy, Nene. Now, I'm not saying Nene's a bad person. I'm saying whoever I hate, Perry better hate too. You don't disrespect me like that. Whoever I don't talk to, you got to have my back, like Greg Leaks did Nene. You got to have my back. He never had her back. He never showed her any kind of love and compassion. I don't even know. We got to start, when I take questions, talking to someone in finances. How can she hide this money from this man? Rich people do it all the times. I'm talking about the white tycoons, the billionaires. They hide money from their, she needs to call 50 cents. Remember when 50 Cent got sued by Rick Ross and he filed bankruptcy? He did all. Maybe you should file bankruptcy, Kenya. People will understand. We're not going to judge you. Maybe you should file bankruptcy. Hide money. But everything she does is under a microscope, and it was made public, this new CVS deal that she made. She makes hair money from Sally's Beauty Supply. She's got the show. She did some spinoffs. She is making money while she was separated from this guy. And what has he done? Sued her for everything that she's got. And then not only that, he tried to fight to get the baby off the show. He wasn't doing it because he was concerned about Brooklyn. He wanted to get under Kenya's skin. He's just a bad guy. And then I have to deal with you stealing my money and putting up with you cheating on me. I can't do it, people. I can't do it. Juanita says, I feel sorry for Kenya. I do too. Marc is a bum. He's a bum, Juanita. He's a bum. Kenya is hurt and broken. That's what I'm talking about, Juanita. When I have a special place in my heart for Kenya. After, her shenanigans on the show, I look at that as her making money. She's got to cause a storyline, all of that. Okay, fine. But she really touched me deeply when the episode, I don't even remember what season was, when she went to go talk to her mom and knocked on the door and she heard the door locked. Do you guys remember that? I don't know, you guys. That's why she is so messy. She's broken because she's so messy. Thank you, Juanita, for the super chat. I don't know. My heart bleeds for her. It really does. Mark, leave her alone. Be a man. Don't take a dime from her. Go back to your failed businesses and your ex, the one that you truly love, and leave this woman alone. I feel bad for her. I don't know what she's going to do. I'm being told it's going to be really hard to hide money because she is a public figure and everything that she does, every way that she brings in money is a public record. Everybody knows about it. I say file bankruptcy, do something. Call 50 Cent, get creative. 50 Cent was hell, and 50 Cent is allegedly a billionaire, if not a billionaire, close to it. He was not going to pay Rick Ross that $5 million. He started claiming broke. He filed bankruptcy. He didn't pay it. And that's what Kenya should do. Start saying you're broke, complaining. I would not give this man a dime of my money. So that's what we have to talk about. I'll take calls on that when I bring up the panel. Let's move on to this next subject, which is even worse than Kenya getting railroaded. Let's talk about Royce Reed. Perry, I love this. Thank you. I just love it. Just pop up the picture. Royce Reed from Basketball Wives. Oof. 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 People. Let me put her son up here. This is bad. This is bad. So allegedly reports that she got arrested. Let me put it up here. Yesterday for child neglect, and that sounds bad. Put it up here. And it's like, neglect? What are you doing something to your child that you shouldn't be doing? I believe it was Radar Online was the first to report it. She got charged with a third-degree felony. You never want the word felony to follow your name. I don't play that. No, I don't want it. So it sounded really bad. She's been released today. And this is what she said. Oh, I didn't forward it. Let me see if I got it in the paperwork. Sorry, guys. She released her statement on Instagram. Let me see if I still have it up. She released her statement on Instagram. But let's get into the most important stuff while I pull that up. Now, allegedly, she got arrested. Now I need my paperwork for this. Hold on. So what happened is her son, Braylon. Hold on. Let me pull up his picture first. Got so much going on. Her son, Braylon, and it's important that I like to put a face to who I'm talking about. He's 14 years old. His dad is basketball player Dwight Howard. This is a crazy story. I can't believe this happened. Allegedly, she got arrested because her son, Braylon, and this is what Radar Online is reporting, was ordered by a judge not to hang around anyone younger than 2 years old because there was a deemed inappropriate situation that happened and the judge had to intervene. You can't hang around anybody too. He's only 14. Why can't you hang around anybody 2 years younger than you? Let me repeat that. Not under 2 years old. I misspoken. He was told not to hang around with any kids 2 years younger than him because there was a deemed inappropriate and a situation that happened and the court had to intervene. And I'm thinking, that's very, very odd. Now, before I tell you what's alleged, what he did, let's talk about his parents. Dwight Howard, the basketball player, we all know who he is. I don't have to put his picture up there. These two have been feuding for years in public. According to Royce, he's not a good father. He's a deadbeat dad that really doesn't come around his child. According to Dwight Howard, who tried to sue Royce for full custody, that she doesn't allow him to be around his son. A couple years ago, she had publicly came out and posted, let me put this up here, making it public how the son is yearning for the father's attention. It's a long drawn out thing, but how you can come in town to play basketball games and don't see your son. That's not good. Okay. Also, he was charged in 2014 for hitting the child and leaving marks on him. There's something else I wanted to post up. He has a Instagram account that has gotten closed down today. He's 14 years old. They are always on Instagram, but he would go on Instagram and he would post things like this. Put this up here. Now this is sad. He's 14. Here he is. From my brother, my dad ain't a real dad. He don't even talk to me, and he know I'm sad and need him. I'm almost 13, so I can talk now. This is a kid publicly begging for his father to be a father. Now, if you ask me, both parents are acting ridiculous. They're pulling this, making this a public thing. They're arguing back and forth. One time, Dwight Howard's girlfriend got involved, started saying bad things about Royce. They're going back and forth. Now the kid is pleading out for help, but it gets worse than that. Okay, so this is alleged what happened and why he's not around to be around any child 2 years younger than him. Okay, according to the rumors, and there's an affidavit going around the internet that is very hard to read. The Braylon had inappropriately touched, I'll put that way, a young girl who I don't want to say the M word, who said that he M-word her. I can't say the word. Okay. Someone's telling me something backstage. Hold on. He M'd her, inappropriately touched her. He was just kicked out of school for this. But now what led to the judge intervening is that allegedly Royce has a boyfriend that has a son, and the son saying that Braylon has been inappropriate touching him. It starts with the M word, and has been doing it for a while, doing things like touching his private, and then Braylon making the minor put his private in his mouth. And the boy has a very severe problem. He's supposed to be in counseling for this. This is a 14-year-old, a 14-year-old emming younger children. And according to the rumors, he does it when he's mad. So he's acting out. It's crazy. I don't know what to do, but I guess he's back around children 2 years younger than him, and this is why Royce got arrested. Now, Twitter's going crazy. They're saying Royce shouldn't be the only one arrested. He has parents with an S. Dwight should be arrested too. I don't know. I don't want to call a minor a pedophile, but they're saying that he does this to children younger than him, and he's admitted that he did it because he's angry. This video is also going around the internet. I just found it heartbreaking. I got this off of Twitter. Heartbreaking. Let me see if I can put this up.
You're a good dad at all. You never talk to me. Every time I get a new phone or my mom buys me a new phone, you always take it away from me and you say you'll give it back and you never do. You don't talk to me. You don't call me. You never try to. And then you say things like, I did try to call you. It just you not answer. And when I check my phone or anybody else's phone that you tried to call me, it doesn't say any missed calls from you. So we know that you're not trying to call me. Because I know they want to delete your calls just to make me sad. So that would mean you never call me. You don't like talking to me. it feels like you're never around. Like what I'm going through now, when I needed you the most, you weren't there.
I don't know. It's 4 minutes. I didn't want to play the whole 4 minutes for a couple reasons. One, I can't take it. This child is begging for help, more specifically for his father. What child should be on Instagram telling your dad, I need you? He said, I need you. Please talk to me. Okay, when the police interviewed Braylon on this last case, they asked him, did he talk to his father? He said he used to talk to his father on the phone for the last couple months, but the father got mad at him again, and now they're back to not speaking. You have a child that is begging for you to be a dad. You have a child that's a predator at the age of 14. And I don't know, people on the internet are saying he can't be rehabilitated. He's no different than a adult doing the same stuff. I don't know. I feel something inside me feels guilty. If I say a child, 14. 14, well, I was in 7th grade. And 14 is a lost cause? I don't know. So I'm going to take my anger out on the parents. Royce, Dwight, get your act together. And allegedly, Dwight has been accused of missexual conduct also. I know a couple months ago, about a year ago, a woman that was trans came out and said that she had been with Dwight and really he's gay and he refuses to come out. There's just problems. I don't know. I don't know if Dwight did anything. I'm just telling you the situation that is laid on their lap. It is a lot, people. So that's what's going on. We'll talk about, can a child be written off as a lost cause at the age of 14? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to a child. I'm not. But I am going to scold his parents. You guys need to step up to the plate. Allegedly, Dwight Howard has 10 children. 10. These kids did not be asked to be brought into this world. You have one job in life if you're a parent, and that's to be a parent. Your job isn't to be the best basketball player. You're a parent, and you're failing on the job. Both of you, both Royce and Dwight. And I understand how Royce might feel overwhelmed because this man doesn't step up to the plate and her child is hurting and it has to be overwhelming. But you got to figure something out. Your kid is crying out for help. Yes, he's supposed to be getting help and in counseling and therapy, but it's not helping because he is back with children that are 2 years younger than him. It's deep, people. It's deep. Let's move on to my final story. And that's Travis Scott. No, I don't know if I want to talk about Jussie Smollett. Maybe a little later if I have enough time, because I'm already half hour in. Travis Scott. Travis Scott had everybody and their mama, that's how I'm going to put it, sue him for the Astroworld situation. Let me pull up the article. And the judge, it was so bad. I think I covered Travis Scott probably about a month because every day it was a new lawsuit. People lost their lives. A lot of people got trampled. Too many people, and people claimed that he knew. it's not even close to being resolved. But lately he's been coming out, and let me put this up. He announced that he has a new charity, and his new charity was going to donate $5 million to different charities. And he's been trying to do a lot of work in the community. He even offered to pay for the funerals of some of the people that lost their lives, and they refused that. The family members that are left because of their loved ones had passed away they hate him. There's no other way to put it. They blame him. So he announced this new charity, this new project that he's working on, and they are furious. Particularly the family of this little boy. God, what was his name? His name was Ezra Blount. Oh God, what was he doing at a concert so young? He's 9 years old. They're upset, his parents. They are going to sue Travis Scott. Now, there's been a gag order on the case where you're not allowed to talk about the case. They're saying that he's using this as a publicity stunt to taint the jury by going around donating to charities, and that he shouldn't be able to do this, to donate to these charities in public, because it's going to taint the jury. This is a double-edged sword here. He's not talking about the case. He's talking about what he's doing in his personal life, and that's donating. I don't know if he feels bad. He has a history, by the way, of donating. So that argument's not really going to work in court, because this is not the first time he donated to certain charities. So I don't know, but this is what his attorney came out and said. Stephanie Rollins, Rollins Blake is his attorney. He said they're saying this is a bogus allegation to fly in the face of logic. Travis support of charitable causes has been ongoing for years to help underprivileged young people graduate without debt, explore creative fields, and overcome mental health challenges. And they're saying that they're breaking the gag order by talking about that he's doing this for the case. See what I'm saying? Does it make sense, guys? So both of them are accusing the other of breaking the gag order because they're not supposed to be talking about the case. I don't know if this is going to fly. Listen, my heart goes out to the victims, the families, because I get emotional, because I can't imagine if I send my son off to a concert and he never comes home. But I don't think Travis is at fault. I don't. I know you guys are going to go in on me later. I don't think he's at fault. I don't think he would have willingly kept singing through. And a lot of people are going to argue with me and say, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Don't think he's going to sing through a concert and not know that people were losing their lives. I believe his story, that he couldn't hear. There were security guards up there. Somebody could have stopped the concert, and they didn't tell him. But now you don't even want him to donate to other charities. Let's see here. It's bad. This is bad, all the way around. The name of his project is called Project Heal. That's the name of it, where he is going to donate $5 million into different charities of his choice. And they don't want him to talk about this. But aren't you tainting the jury by suing him, by saying he's such a bad person and we don't want you to know that he does anything good? It's a complicated case. Last story, I wanted to squeeze this in really quickly. It's the Jussie Smollett. We talked about this yesterday. It was really good. His actions were ridiculous. Now he's going to be placed under protective custody. That was going to happen anyway, people, because he's famous. You're not going to be in there long. His family is going around in an outrage. They said that what happened to him was unjust and just a disgrace. He did something wrong. He's not really paying that big a price for all the scene that he caused yesterday in the jury, putting his fists up, saying that, I'm not thinking about taking my life because I can't say the other word, and I'm innocent, screaming I'm innocent in the court was a big show, if you ask me. And you haven't, because I know V and Diva have a different opinion. So let me go ahead and bring up the panel. Hey, Perry.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Hey, V.
Hey, Sharrell.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, everybody.
We got so much to talk about. Let's start with Kenya Moore. Bum, bum, bum.
Right.
Let's start with you. Let's start with you, V, since you're the quiet one.
I've never seen nobody so much in love as he is with himself.
Mark's a loser. Mark is
that is a zero from day one. If she can hide her money, hide herself, hide her family, hide her life, do it.
Yeah, I agree. Kenya needs to hide her money. He does not deserve 1 cent. What do you think, Diva? Usually we're not down for people hiding their money, but this time,
no.
Usually we're not here for that. But the thing is, unfortunately, when we make decisions, we have to suffer the repercussions of our decisions, right?
Diva!
So, no, I like Kenya, and I like everything that she has done for herself and her company that she built up and all of that. But when you went and picked this man up from the corner, you knew that he didn't have nothing, right? Because why are you paying somebody's tax bill? I'm not paying nobody's tax bill. I'm sorry. So you knew what it was when you got with him. So now you can't be shocked that he's coming at your purse strings because you was writing the check from the moment you said I do to him and even before that.
Diva, you're getting a little too much have accountability. This woman was Kenya has a different life than everybody else. She did not have the love of her mother, where you were blessed in that.
Right. Go ahead. A lot of us
makes life difficult for you.
Right. A lot of us have difficulties in life, right?
Yes.
But she chose this man and she selected him knowing that he had money issues. And so now you shocked that he's coming at your purse strings. He's coming for every dime he can get. I thought at one time he was supposed to be having his own little reality show with the restaurants and all that. That didn't
the restaurants are going under. He claims it's because of COVID.
Well, it was before COVID, because remember, that's why he was in tax debt.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So you know what, Kenya Moore? I love you. I really do. I like everything about you. Little Brooklyn is adorable. She's cute. But you're going to have to pay. You was paying from him from the day y'all met.
This is so weird because you claim you're not part of the cancel culture.
I ain't trying to cancel. I'm just saying she's going to have to write the check.
Perry, what are your thoughts on this?
Kelly Clarkson.
Well, I mean, this is what I think as a man perspective. I feel like it's a little weak. And I understand girls go out there, rich guys, basketball players and all this stuff for money and stuff. I don't agree how she got with Mark. But at the same time, I feel like it's very weak as I'm a man looking at Mark, very weak to try to take this girl money. I mean, because whatever he had, he probably got more now than he had before. And as far as her stretching out the court date, you know what? He need to worry about what his attorney can do for him, not what her attorney is doing for her. And the name of the game could be stretch it out until they figure it out.
There you go, Perry.
Right?
There you go.
I mean, I don't have no problem with Kenya doing. I got a problem with him coming across so money hungry. Because he act like it'd be different if he came in that relationship and put money and all this stuff in the house, and then things didn't work out. And then she's not, well, I'm not going to give you your share back. I think he got his share and want hers.
Yeah.
As a man, I have a problem with that.
Come on, Diva. Can we change your opinion?
Well, no, listen, the lawyer needs to pull some rhoa footage, because remember when he was at dinner that day, he said he would never take her money. What she had is hers and what I have is mine, and I'm good and I'll walk away with nothing. So her lawyers just need to pull the footage. But I'm just saying that Kenya Moore should have got her a prenup. Okay. She
Sugar.
knew what
What
she
was
was
she
worth.
thinking? What was she thinking?
She knew what she was worth. And she wants to always say she the smartest one in the room. Well, Kenya, what happened, baby girl?
But you can't, come on, you can't fault her. Give Kenya a little slack. Listen, she was looking for love. She thought this was forever. For
Yeah, she made a
whatever
mistake,
reason.
and I mean, she made a mistake, Sharrell. Now, I mean, I'm not going to vouch for her mistake. I'm just saying what he shouldn't be doing because it was her choice to go and rent a man. You know,
Perry, no, I'm
then
not
rent a
gonna
man
let
that
y'all
ain't
do
no
that.
damn good. No,
I'm
no, no.
not
I'm
gonna
saying
let you
no.
do that.
When a woman pick a bad guy, when a guy pick a bad woman, that they have responsibility in it too.
Perry, y'all are trying to get under my skin today.
No, I'm not. No, I'm with you. Mark shouldn't be going after her money. I feel that he was I feel like he a sorry individual.
You have to understand, Kenya is looking for love. Kenya has not been blessed like you. Would you say you've been blessed, Perry?
So was that guy. Okay, the guy that the basketball player that go and find some clout chaser or a troll or whatever you want to call them. You know, when they follow you around, groupie. He was looking for sex. He
Okay, I
wasn't looking
can't.
to
Perry,
get, no.
stop.
I'm saying he wasn't getting
Perry,
no.
Perry.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I need y'all to understand. When you don't have a mother, but your mom comes over to the parties and you're not allowed to talk to her, do I have to remind you how bad it was? You're not going to think like other people.
I know, but it's still no excuse. Right now, I get it.
Oh.
No. No, Sharrell, I'm saying this. I understand a bad child like. I mean, when you grow up in a bad family and stuff like that, yeah, it do harm you, right? But you cannot pin all that on growing up and which you didn't have at the age of 40 something.
Right. Every decision can't be
Now,
blamed for your bad childhood.
Some kind of accountability. Yeah, no, it's not a good thing for nobody. And if that's the case, we'll justify every criminal it is because something bad happened to him.
He targeted her.
He did. Thank you.
He probably been watching her since he was little on TV. And he targeted her. He knew just what he was gonna do, just what he wanted from that whole relationship. When I seen him on TV, I couldn't stand him. He was so in love with himself, and that's all he was about. And he never at one point showed any way of caring for her. He knew he didn't love that girl from the day he met her. He just wanted fame, money, and whatever else he could get out of it. I can't.
But he knew it too, though.
She
knew it too.
Come on, Bonji.
Ken knew she didn't want to.
Bonji, you got to cut Kenya some slack. Y'all need to understand what I'm saying. Kenya is scarred. And lucky to have gotten out and gotten this far. Thank God for Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. But Mark is a curse. And we need to just help her hide her money. Call me, Kenya. Call me. And he doesn't deserve a dime. And drag this case out.
So Kenya is scarred. So that's her excuse. He's a loser. Can he say that's his excuse too?
What's his excuse? Being a loser?
He's a loser?
That's no excuse. That's what he is.
No. It's the same with I'm scarred. Yeah, being a loser is an excuse. A loser ain't gonna go nowhere because they're a loser.
And what's the point, Terry?
My point is, I'm saying we can't make up these fake things. Look, he is a user. I agree. But she picked the user and need to be held accountable for it. Now, what she do and stretch out the law case, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like he should be getting no damn money, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, but we can't make an excuse. Oh, she was looking for love in all the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And we could say, oh, he scouted her out. Well, she chose him. It takes two to walk up to the chapel and say, I do.
He chose him. She chose him just out of the blue. There he was standing across the room. And she said, that's the one. He didn't have nothing to do with that, right, Perry? Right?
So well, no. I mean, really? I mean, because no.
This is all Mark's fault. Just leave Kenya out of this. This is Mark's fault, and Kenya needs all the compassion. Thank you, Carolyn, for the super chat. She needs all the compassion right now because you and Diva get the chat going. No one's agreeing with us, V. They're saying, oh, Kenya brought it on herself. She made a mistake because her desire for a family is all she ever wanted her whole life. Now should she pay the rest of her life because this bum is looking at her like an ATM machine?
Women every day get stuck with the wrong man. Every day. Half the people in the audience are stuck with the wrong man.
Whoa.
But just because you are stuck with the wrong man, that don't mean it's your fault. You know,
thank you.
Things had to happen.
But we gotta take responsibility. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's called insanity. We gotta take responsibility for the people that we choose and select. She started the relationship off paying for him, and now she gonna finish paying for him. Speak to Kelly Clarkson, Tristan Thompson, all of these people that are writing the check, Sherry Shepherd, all of these people that chose the wrong man or the wrong partner, they writing the check right now. She got to pay. I love Kenya, but you chose him. You lay down with him, and you prolonged this divorce. The minute I would have found out he was sideways, I would have been like, get this thing annulled. Or once the baby was in me, if that's all that I wanted, I'd be like, this and annul this thing. He was disrespecting her every second that he could when we saw him on Roa. He got to go, but she got to pay.
Charm says she wanted a baby. He gave her a beautiful daughter, and she believed he was the one. Take some money to the Swiss banks. She needs to hide the money. Sharrell, cut the bull. Mark is her karma. Really? Y'all know would you feel that way if you were the one being robbed blind by a deadbeat? Sorry,
a man that is perfectly
willing, able to work. He's capable
of earning a living, going out there working, earning a living, taking care of himself, and should be helping taking care of you. And you think it's okay because she made the mistake of choosing him as her lover to just let him sit around and sop up the money from her. I don't agree with that.
But go ahead, Sharrell. I was going to say, here's the thing, though. She never met his parents. She never met his family. Listen, Kenya knew what it was. Kenya knew what it was when she laid down with him. She asked for that. I can't meet your mama. I can't meet your cousin and I'm about to marry you. We ain't doing this. Nah. And you want me to pay your tax bill? Nah. I ain't doing that. No, I'm good.
Let's move on because we are already 45 minutes. I don't know how it took so long. Let's move on to the Royce Reed situation. And do we write off a 14-year-old or call a 14-year-old a predator?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. I mean, to write somebody off like that. But I think a lot of that responsibility should probably come. I mean, the mother didn't do it, but once he got in the first trouble, and she knew about it. And she agreed to bring him home, back here, and I'm gonna take care of it. Make sure I don't put him in that predicament again. When she overlooked that, because she sort of knew what she had in her child, right? So she do have some responsibility in that, and also I think the guy did too, because the guy knew about the getting kicked out of school part.
You mean the boyfriend?
Yeah, the boyfriend, right? But he still allowed his kids to go around him.
He's 14. I just have a hard time. I ain't gonna ask you, Diva. I have a hard time writing off a 14-year-old, but you are hurting other children. So I don't want to blame a kid. I'm gonna blame all this on Dwight. Should have been arrested too, and blame this on the parents. Y'all are not parenting. When a child cries, I need you, Dad. Please call me.
You just it's hard to fault the kid. As wrong as it is of what he did, it has to fall somewhere on the parents.
But with that being said, what did he do to that younger kid? Because if you read the affidavit, I didn't read the whole thing because I am horrified and it's too triggering. But the kid is scarred.
Right.
I'm gonna say this, Sharrell. First of all, usually that's learned behavior.
That's what people are saying. They're blaming Dwight.
Somebody probably did something to him and he's doing it to others. But as a mother, because you knew this, you have a due diligence to keep everybody away from him while he's in his healing process, because they said I guess that he was in treatment. What I'm not in agreement though with him getting on the social media, saying, you know, Dad, you haven't seen me or whatever, I'm gonna put that all on the mother's back, because when you unfortunately have a situation where you and your mate are not co-parenting well, to do a good service to your child, what you need to do is you make sure everything is good with you and your child. And when they want to address the mate, you don't have them getting on any social media, and you don't speak badly. I don't care if the parent is a derelict. You never speak badly about the child's father or mother in front of that child. And so I wouldn't allow my child to get on social media and say anything about their dad, no matter how I felt. I would have been like, listen, your dad, we're going to call him. We're going to try to see if he can come see you. If he can't, you know, I would try to soothe the situation and to work that through. But I wouldn't have my child on social media saying all of that. And she did herself a disservice in her child by going on Basketball Wives and talking about this child's father. So I fought her a lot for that. And I think, you know, it was messy.
It's
Very messy.
It's very messy. It's very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Perry.
No, go ahead. No, it is messy, but like I said, at the end of the day, I mean, hopefully the child can get help. And just like we talking about how Kenya is bad when you go to your mother's house and somebody locked the door, it's sad when you go home and looking for a parent and they never show. So, I mean, but it's still no excuse, because like as much as we could say that's bad and we can't overlook it, because if that would have happened to your child, say, you all go put yourself on the other side. At that point, you will label a person anything, or you're going to feel a certain kind of way about. I think his mother and well, I can't just say the mother, the father had a responsibility too. But I'm saying she knew when the incident happened, getting kicked out of school and all this. And I'm sure she had to sign something saying, hey, these are the stipulations.
Right.
Not just his stipulations, yours. He need to be around adults, supervision. So I can't, you know, it's still sort of her fault too. But I don't want to just put it all on her. I wish these things wouldn't happen. But I think that's why when you get a deadbeat dad, I mean, I think it takes two people to raise a family and stuff like that. But not everybody's in that predicament.
And last one before we start taking calls. Is Travis Scott just being nice now because he's trying to change his reputation?
Well, I'll say this real quick. Okay, say even if he was trying to be nice now. The only thing, because I can't hold him strictly accountable for what happened at that concert, because it's production companies and everything else. The only thing I wanted for him is to come up to his, like, be accountable for something, right? And, you know, try to get back to these parents, because nothing he can do today to go back and change what happened that night. Nothing. And as far as I know, didn't he offer like people money and stuff like that? Like being remorseful or whatever? I'm not exactly sure.
I think he tried to pay for funerals and stuff.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you know, at that point, nothing's gonna bring the child back, and that's the sad thing. Or like you know, anybody who died that day. But if he's gonna be held to that responsibility, production company, everybody should be. And now that because you make this mistake or you involved in this bad situation, now he shouldn't be able to give to charities, to give back to help out others.
It's ridiculous.
And if it's a court thing and you feel like you want to go to court, win your case. That's a separate thing than him donating. Now, it's almost like you telling them, since we in court, you tell the family they can't go to work. No, he still can do what he have to do. Y'all have a court date, go to court.
All right, let's start taking calls. Anybody has anything else to say? because I'm backed up again. V, you got anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Let's get started. I call it speed round. Hey, Sebastian, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Woo, these
good.
are hot topics today. What do you want to start out with?
Okay, I want to start out with the Kenya, then we'll go to the Royce Reed and Dwight Howard's son.
Yeah.
Okay. Kenya, this mistake is a mistake that a lot of people make when they face trauma and certain other things. She has that trauma. She did not grow up with her mother.
Thank you.
She left her father after her father took her and went to be raised by her grandmother because she
Yeah.
just didn't feel comfortable being with her father.
Yeah.
Kenya needed someone to love. Okay, she knew that it was she wanted a child too. It was around that time because Kenya had Brooklyn very late as well. Kenya had
Right.
Brooklyn in her late 40s.
Yeah.
She knew that that time to not have a child was coming very sooner than later. Obviously, she did make the mistake by Mark, but we can't do anything now. It's in the past. But one thing I can tell you, Kenya, the best thing to do right now is gift your business to the cousin of yours that you trust very much. Gift the business and all your assets to that person. And then once the divorce is through,
Yep.
you can
Yep.
get right back to you again.
Yep. Yep. Hide that money, Kenya. Hide your money.
That's exactly what she can do. She can gift all her money, her house, and everything.
But can you do it through a act of divorce? I don't think you can. Can
I
you?
don't know about that. You're right. You're kind of right about
Yeah.
that. Second, I want to talk about
Royce.
Royce Reed
And
and that child. This child is mentally ill. This child is mentally
you're
ill.
gonna call a 14-year-old mentally ill.
Yes, you can be mentally ill at a young age, especially if he probably was exposed to something as a child. Maybe they're not talking
Is
about
he
that.
mentally ill, Sebastian, or is he crying out for help?
No, he's mentally ill, Sharrell. He may be crying out for help, but he's also mentally ill.
I just can't do
I understand. I'm not going to call him a pedophile. I'm not going to do that because he's also a child as well. So technically, he's not that. But he has.
You have to say the P word. Go ahead.
He's
You
not.
you have to call it the P word. You can't say that word.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
The P word. I'm not going to call him the P word because he's a child. He's not the P word yet. But he does have those mental illnesses that can ally with exposure. Maybe he was SA'd before
SAD, yeah. Uh-huh.
but they're not mentioning that. Maybe he was SA'd, maybe he was M'd, maybe he did have a lot of maybe something happened to him because kids don't do this at a very young age. They don't do that. Like he's 14. He's now starting to like go through some of the biggest stages in adolescence. They don't do that. He must have something, and it's not because of his father's absent. And also, I'm gonna say this to Dwight Howard: you need to go take care of your 10 children. You need to go take care of your 10 children. And I'm also gonna call out the NBA. The NBA does not want to call out on these situations. You have a lot of black players. Father absence is very big in the black community, and you guys love to campaign on social justice, but then again, don't talk about this issue. This is a big issue. The NBA has.
Whoa! You want the NBA? How's the NBA accountable for this? This is a Dwight. You want the NBA?
The NBA has been campaigning on social justice, equality, and all these things, but then again, don't do this. Like they don't do what they're supposed to do. You can't campaign on one thing, but then again, on the other side, you're holding it back. You don't do this. And also, this child is probably, God forbid, if the parents die, this child will end up in a psychiatric.
But he's 14. Corey, can
Sharrell,
you throw away the key on a 14-year-old? He's 14.
Yes. Let me tell you why. That doesn't matter. Let me tell you why. As an SA survivor, and my attackers were young, underage.
Ooh.
So let me tell you this. He is a P.
Oh,
He's an S predator. And in a couple years, he will be on the S offenders list with his life ruined. he definitely was a victim of something. He needs intensive psychotherapy.
Yes.
Does have it is a mental illness. He has a mental illness. He needs intensive psychotherapy.
Something in me says I don't want to label a 14-year-old child as a pedophile.
He's not I don't think he's a pedophile because he's too young.
He's on his way, Sebastian.
On
As a survivor, he is on his way.
He is on the way.
My attackers were 10 and 8, and I was 12. They held me down, Sebastian.
Okay. Oh God.
Yes. I'm speaking from experience.
Do you think he could get reformed, Corey?
No.
At 14?
No.
It is kind of too late. It's kind of too late.
No, it is too late. He needs intensive psychotherapy. They will have to probably do some chemical castration or something.
What?
Because eventually, I'm telling you, this is too late. This is too late. When it should have happened was when he was victimized himself. This, like Diva said, this is learned behavior. Someone did this to this boy.
Yep.
Someone did this to this boy, and his parents dropped the ball, especially his mother. She is the custodial parent. She should have been on top of this boy when this happened in school, because the next step, he's 14. Let him hit 15, and he does this again, he could be on the S offenders list.
Exactly. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. It's so sad. I'm not a professional, so I'm not, but something in me, he's a child.
You can feel sorry for him, Sharrell, because I do. As a survivor, I do. Because someone screwed this poor boy up.
Yep.
And now he's confused up and down. This happens to boys more than girls.
Let's talk about Corey, Kenya really quick, and then I got to move on because I got a long line. I'm trying to take a lot of calls.
Okay,
let's talk about
Kenya. Can I say one thing about Kenya and one thing about Travis?
Yeah.
Okay. Kenya is stupid. Her lawyer told her to get a post-nup. She did not. She visited another lawyer who told her to put her property and money in trusts.
Yep.
And she did not. Kenya engineered her daughter. She picked this man because of his features.
Ooh.
Come on, Corey, tell it now. Tell it.
She engineered this baby. And because she did not want to go to a sperm bank.
Corey. You're saying that she went after Mark because he had light skin and good hair? What we call in the black community black good hair?
He's not that light.
Because he's cute.
He's brown.
He's not that cute.
He's not that
okay,
cute
y'all,
either.
you know what I mean. She picked this man because she liked the way he looked.
Exactly, and that's who she wanted to make a baby with. She did not want to go to a S bank and just go ahead and be done with it.
Have you ever met a guy that you thought was attractive, and you wouldn't mind dating him, but he was just no good? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah, you sleep with him, then you move on.
I was gonna say she made the mistake.
You don't marry him.
Don't drag Kenya. Do not drag Miss USA. Don't drag her.
You know what? You know what, Sebastian? I'm gonna give you this for right now. I used to look up to Kenya. Until I saw her on RHOA, and I was like, oh my God, this is my role model? Oh no. No. So the blinders are off for me. Forever she will be terrible. Now,
Corey.
No, absolutely not. Kenya, Cynthia, and Cindy. That three, there is no discussion. They are the queens of RHOA, and they will bring RHOA how it is. Do not drag Kenya. Do not.
All right, Corey, really quickly, what do you have to say about Travis Scott?
Travis Scott is in trouble. His lawyer is former mayor of Baltimore City, Stephanie Rawlins Blake. She could not even run the city. How's she gonna run a defense?
Oh,
she had to step down because she had some improprieties in her mayorship. Okay, it wasn't just the man that we got that left that went to federal prison. It was her too. And the other man, Sheila Dixon, she was all up and through that controversy too. You know how she got out of that? She sold Sheila Dixon underneath the bridge.
Corey, I'm gonna need you to calm down. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Look,
like I said, Sharrell, my family is
not responsible for what happened at Astroworld.
He's not.
He's
not.
partially.
He's not.
He is partially.
How, Corey?
He is. It is his festival. His name is on the marquee.
Oh,
Michael Jackson was always responsible for the people that fell out at his concert. He had the proper things in place for that. He knew what was going on. He knew. He told them to rush the gate.
Okay, he did say that, but
so he's not responsible.
Are you telling me that Travis Scott wanted people to lose their lives?
No, but he wanted people. That's not my phone.
That's
me.
That's me.
Oh, okay. He wanted them to rush the gate. He wanted them to rush the stage. He wanted a mosh pit. So guess what happened? This is what happened. And this is not the first concert he's done it. This won't be the last. And this stuff is Kris Jenner's way of trying to clean up his image for her daughter.
Oh my God.
This has Kris Jenner's handprints all over it.
Corey, he has a track record of donating to other charities.
Not while he's getting ready to go through a trial. He's trying to prejudice jewelry. He's trying to prejudice a jewelry. Yes, he is.
All right, Corey. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, Sebastian. We got a long line. It's always a pleasure.
Bye, Corey.
Corey, you need a
sedative.
A towel.
Bye, guys.
And a roll. You know how to after the boxing over.
The essay stuff that gets me. The essay stuff gets me because it triggers me.
Yeah, you're right.
Love y'all.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you guys for calling in. Take care. Bye.
Bye, Corey. Bye, Sebastian.
This is a lot. It's a lot. Bonji says, hugs and love, Corey. This child needs long-term therapy treatment. He needs to stay in the institution he is in now. Everybody's saying that he's a lost cause. Let me go on. What is that? Naomi, is that you? What is that? Okay, yeah. There you go. Okay, here I'm bringing you up, Naomi. Hi, Naomi.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
And one more. Hey, Nina.
Yeah.
Naomi, you sound off first on Kenya and then Royce.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a little bit of like a weird theory on Kenya because I feel like even though like she basically bought her relationship, like she buys a lot of relationships.
Damn.
And she could have adopted a child, instead of putting herself in this situation. But honestly, I feel like Kenya was born a man. Like, I'm just gonna say it right there. I feel like she was born a dude. And her sex change she went through is
stop,
no, I swear that's my theory. Why her mom doesn't talk to her.
You think that Kenya was born a man?
Yes.
I can't. That's why you're laughing. I see you laughing. That is so ridiculous.
I know, but no. When Mark calls her Ken, she literally shuts up right away. Like, I'm pretty sure he knows her secret because they couldn't use her own egg or like use her body.
V, don't get her started. You are laughing. Stop. Naomi, you need to cut it out. You know Kenya is beautiful. Can you give her that?
There are a lot of queens that are very beautiful, especially in this day and age. Some of them are prettier than natural women. It's true. They got the bones. They got the bone structure for it and everything.
What makes you think Kenya's a man?
Well, Nene exposed that she didn't use her own egg for Brooklyn, and you can tell that Brooklyn looks a lot like Mark. But
wait a minute, stop! You said Nene said that Kenya didn't use her own eggs?
Yeah, that's what she exposed. Like the last time she was like on the show.
Has anybody else heard this on the panel?
No.
No, I haven't.
It's
Naomi, what are you doing?
It's in the episode where they talked about it, and Nene was like, she didn't even like use her. Oh wait, no. Okay, so in the show they talked about it, but they didn't say what she was exposing. So I searched the blogs for it, but yeah, they were saying how Nene said she didn't Yeah, see that she didn't. Yeah, she didn't use
People
her
are
own.
saying that Nene said that.
Yeah, she didn't. She didn't use her own egg.
So listen, you're trying to tell me you don't feel sorry for Kenya, is what you're saying.
I do feel sorry for her because at the end of the day, even if she was born like a different gender, she still was kind of coerced into signing that prenup. So like he basically put pressure on her, like, I'm not going to marry you if you don't sign this prenup. I think that she'll be able to get out of it. Hopefully.
What prenup?
Oh, I mean, the fact that they didn't sign a prenup. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she could be like
Naomi, do you think Mark ever loved Kenya?
I don't.
It's terrible. It's
Only just from the way that he acted on the show. Like you can tell that he never really handled her with any care. Like he was very like abrupt and like he didn't give a fuck either way if she was with him or not.
Right. Especially on the show.
Naomi is messy. Nina, what do you think about Kenya? Do we feel sorry for her?
No. No.
It's very low. Can you talk into the mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we should not at all feel sorry for Kenya.
What is wrong with everybody?
Wait a minute. Kenya has bought every man show this. She's been everybody. She has bought them for some to be by her side. Now, Mark, she picked a good one this time. She picked a good one, and I'm a little bit biased with Corey when she says that she picked him because of how good looking he is, and he's. I really do believe that she sought after him, and she, Kenya fought for some. What was that man name? That first man that came on?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh, I would have never dated him in my
aggressive one.
Crack cocaine years. So
what is going on?
She is so much. She wants to be so in love, and I get it. I understand her background. I get it. But you wrote this damn check you can't cancel. So therefore, what you do is you go ahead and get this man his money, just like Sherry Shepherd. She ain't gonna be the only one, and she ain't gonna be the last one. She messed up. She got a beautiful baby. That's what she wanted. Brooklyn is gorgeous. That's what she wanted. So she should let all the rest go. I don't feel nothing for her. I don't like Kenya, but you know what I'm saying? I don't feel nothing for her.
Listen, Nina, you have to have some kind of compassion for Kenya's background. To not have a mother.
Because she ain't the only one. Nope, she ain't the only one that has been through troubled waters when it comes to family. Only difference with Kenya is she's a celebrity, and she has shown that on the TV. She ain't the only one. We're looking from a rose-colored glass. No, she's not the only one. I don't feel compassion for her, but I understand. I understand that about love. I understand how deep that can go, and you will choose sometimes the wrong. Hell, I wish I had took applications with my 2 kids, baby daddy. My children, but I wish I had checked out some stuff. No lie, I wish I did. But I love my kids. But I want to say this too. Not for Kenya, because we already know what check she didn't wrote is bounced. But anywho, I won't talk about the child. When it comes to this, children are off limits to me. Just to me. I will not talk about that. I'll say this. Therapy works wonders. I'm not going to say.
So you do think that? I know you don't talk about a child, but you can be reformed at 14.
How old was his victim?
He's young enough to be reformed. It don't matter how old his victim is. It's right now.
I just want to know.
He can be reformed. Y'all, he's young. He's impressionable. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw the child up under the bus. That's with any kid, But
nowadays, the serial killers are getting younger and younger. There's like 23-year-olds.
14.
Yes, they are.
I mean, there has been. I want to know how old was his victim? Like his most recent victim, I guess.
2 years younger than him. So 14, 12, about 10.
Yeah, I think he can be like reformed. Like he can do a lot of like work. to make himself a better. I feel like if it was a younger victim, it would be harder because it's more of like a psychopathy thing. That if they were super young, like him being a little bit closer to his age, it kind of says more of like a challenge to him instead of like full on dominance control. So he probably does have, you know, some hope left in him. Hopefully his parents have all the resources, and like clearly he was abused himself. And it's sad because if you think about the kids with parents that don't have anywhere near as much resources as someone like his parents and exposure, like it's like all the other kids in America too. Like that's why everything is imploding. Like the kids are our future. So if no one protects the kids,
everybody that abuse people, whether it's physically, mentally, or spiritually, don't mean that they were abused.
I think for the most part,
I mean, for the most part, maybe, but I'm just saying. But I want to say this about Tristan. Y'all can drop me. I think Tristan is doing the right thing. However he's doing it, I think he's doing the right thing. You do your charity work. I don't hold him accountable. Maybe 10% of it, maybe 20, because even though it was his concert, you got all these other people before him.
Travis, no. Travis.
Wait a minute. I'm just saying. This is just my opinion. Before it ever hits his lap, all these promoters, all these people that has put money into it before he ever even hit the stage. I understand people's lives are lost, but come on now, y'all. Y'all know what? I ain't gonna be throwing nobody under the bus today. Today ain't the day. Today is Friday. I'm gonna drink my wine. And everybody.
All right. Thank you, Nina, for calling in. Nina. Go ahead. Take us out, Naomi.
Bye, Nina.
I just want to say that, hey, Drake throws a festival every year, like the OVO Fest. Yeah. And like for sure, like Travis Scott's fest, what was it called again? The Astro World, like that's his festival. He definitely put it together. He's making most of the money from it. Like he put everything together. The fact that he's with the Kardashians, like I feel like this was some sort of ritual. Of course, people lost their lives. I'm pretty sure that was the point. Also, I think like if you look up all the occultic stuff that was involved in promoting this festival and during the festival and everything, even on the clothes that he was wearing and to what he was chanting while people were dying right in front of him, like it's pretty like creepy stuff. It's actually really demonic. Like if you
everybody's saying that.
Yeah, like it's pretty scary. And like I think that this is just one of his rituals he had to go through to get to the next level of his, you know, his career, like what they do. It's
all right. Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, thanks.
Take care. Okay, bye-bye. All right, we got a long line again. Hi, Smoke. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Sharrell. Hey, panel.
Hey, what's up?
Hi,
what's
AJ.
Up?
Let's let Smoke sound off first. Sound off really quickly because I'm running out of time on Kenya first and then the 14-year-old. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, I don't feel bad for Kenya not one bit. She has loans, she has finance, she has borrowed from Blockbuster, Netflix, all the men she has brought on the show. And not only that, she has talked crap about every single woman's relationship. I think with maybe the exception of Candy, about how they're no good. Oh, I heard he was in debt. Oh, I heard y'all have a common law marriage. So I think this is just karma finally making its way back to Kenya. And I think she deserves everything that Mark is doing. Don't drag her through the mud, Mark. Drag her straight to hell.
Damn! Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, let's move on to Royce. What do you think about Royce?
That one's a personal subject because I've been through that. I've been the one that's been abused. So I understand it from that lens. And even what Corey was saying, as far as the son being rehabilitated, I don't know, because I could have turned out in that way, but things kind of just worked better where I was able to kind of just get help and address those things before it turned into something that could have harmed someone else. So I'm hopeful that maybe if they caught him at the right time, but it's kind of like 50-50 at this point, especially with his age and how close he is to adulthood.
Did you have therapy? Did you have therapy?
Yeah, the thing with me is my abuse and trauma, it manifested through other things. So it wasn't like trying to act it out on others, but it did play out in other like dangerous ways for myself as far as like my relationship with other people and being out there like that.
Sound off, AJ, on Kenya really quickly. Really quickly,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm sorry. What happened to you? About Kenya Moore. I just want to say she did it to herself in a way.
What is wrong with people?
Kenya haters.
She did, and I just remember, like, Kenya, like, if you want to see, I feel sorry about her mom situation and her wanting children, and that was like, but she should have like done that off camera. She should have brought like camera crew, one hiding in the bush, one over her shoulder, and knocking the door, like, and the mom didn't want to answer the door, and then she made her mom look bad. And then she like we really milked. That was the time she was staying in that hotel, remember?
But
And she had that
AJ,
white
AJ,
fridge.
AJ, she made the mom look bad. The mom is bad. You don't treat your child like that, right?
No, you don't. No, of course not. You don't. But I think that we don't know the full story. To be honest, I don't believe a lot of things Kenya says about her marriage. Remember, she went away, got married, got pregnant, and returned, came back with a baby. Like it was just a little bit. And I remember she did get fired, didn't she? But that's because she didn't want to talk
The shade, the
because she
shade.
was lying a lot. And and I don't think she has that much money either because when she was
Okay, I'm
born
done.
died,
I'm done with AJ. I can't.
and and they cut her salary. Remember, they cut her off, and she had to pay a penalty for it
You
because
think
she
because
lied.
you speak in that little cute British accent that you could drag the hell out of Kenya and no one's gonna say anything?
He sure
And I don't
can.
think she
No,
has any money either. No, stop dragging Kenya.
no, but I know, and she does have money, but she's not that rich. I think she might mortgage in her house. Does she
Okay,
own
I
the
am
house? I know
done
she
with
owns the
AJ.
land, but does she own the house? Like, have you seen the size of it? I know it's cheap in Atlanta, but
It's not that
seriously, I
cheap.
don't
Kenya
think
lives in $1 million home that is paid for
In a ditch.
by Bravo,
in a
because her
ditch.
salary. Uh,
Did you say her
she's,
house is in a ditch?
That's what
Okay, y'all need
That's
to
what Sheree
stop.
said.
it was in the ditch of Buckhead.
Oh my God, I can't.
Y'all are haters.
It's
You
the,
cannot
oh,
hate on Kenya's house. It's paid for, it's hers, and it's beautifully decorated.
it
In a
is
ditch.
beautiful.
Maybe
It
hers
is.
and
It
Mark.
is. It is in
It's
the ditch of Buckhead, but she got a beautiful house. I've got to give her that. A very, very pretty house. But I don't think Bravo's paying her that much money. She ain't getting paid over $1 million by Bravo.
not a
Let's
million, but
face
it's
it.
750,000. That's a lot of money.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
I don't.
I mean, actually, for me, it don't even matter how much money
I
she
don't
make.
know.
My issue is, why do Mark think he deserve it? Why can't he
yeah.
go and make his own damn
Oh,
money?
yeah, that's another thing with Mark. I think Mark basically, I have a little theory about Mark because is he really into her? That's a question. And
He
is
No.
never
this not an
was.
arranged marriage? This is an arranged marriage. This is what I think. They arranged this marriage.
I
This was
can't.
the arrangement. You got to pay for me, and I'll
I
give you a baby. And he gave
Okay.
her a baby. That's what I
Uh,
think.
really quickly, AJ, do you know about Dwight Howard in England and the whole
Yes,
Royce situation? Do you think
I know
14-year-olds could
Royce.
be considered a pedophile?
Now, that is a very, very big word. That is a very big word, especially for a child. I think he needs to see like professional help. He needs to speak to a therapist. I think both of his parents are unfit, by the way. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've seen her in
Mm-hmm.
Basketball Wives, and he's got 10 children by how many different women?
I
It's
don't know
just
Seven
a
to
how
hot
five.
many.
mess.
How many?
5 to 7, I
Five.
think.
5. Wow. That's
Damn.
Dwight Howard. We all agree
That's a
Dwight
lot of
Howard
baby
is
mamas.
ridiculous.
And he hasn't got, yeah, that's a lot of money, like, to spend on children. And she had to work, didn't she? That's why she went on Basketball Wife, I think. He wasn't giving her a lot of money, and he had those children to support, and she did whatever she did. And yeah, I feel bad, but I don't think we should judge him. I don't think we should judge him, Sharrell. I think he needs to get help.
Oh,
The
the
child,
kid. Yeah, the
yeah, the
child.
child.
Yeah.
We don't need to judge him because he's
Yeah.
14 years old. But why is it all out here? Like, who's controlling? Like, why has he got this social media?
Well,
I
they
know a
just
lot of kids
closed
on
it down
social media,
today. They
but
closed it down today, and they got a lot. It's just a lot. So I'm sure I'll be
it's
keeping up with this.
disgraceful.
Yeah, it's
It's
bad. Yeah.
disgraceful. But I can't wait to see Kenya if she's going to bring it this season. I hear that she's going to bring it. She's falling out with Marlo and all that.
Yeah, I
But
hear
we're
so
going to see
too.
if she's going to bring it. If she doesn't bring it this season, and I was going to say Portia. Portia's got a lot more money than Kenya.
I can't.
Because she's got
AJ,
connections in
I
Nigeria.
gotta go. I gotta go. You are too much.
All right.
She's
Oh
too
my God.
Listen, thank you guys
Sorry.
for calling in. I appreciate the call. Thank
Yeah,
you
thanks.
guys.
All right.
Take care, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna try to take just a couple more, and then we gotta go. I mean, I'm way over yet again. One more, and then let's go. Let's go with CC. Hi, CC.
Hi guys, how's
Hi.
everybody?
Hey, can you
Hi.
sound off really quickly on Kenya?
Yeah,
Really
I wanna-
quickly.
Oh, on Kenya? Oh, I
Yeah.
signed the super chat. I feel bad.
Oh,
For
you want to
Kenya,
sound off? Who do you
and-
want to sound off on?
Oh, actually, on the child, because I work in social services. So
Go
just
ahead.
a quick
Sound
thing,
off.
about Royce. I know
Yeah.
everybody thinks that he can't be rehabilitated, but the only way he can is if he's sent away, unfortunately, because they do
Sent
have
away where?
like they have clinics and hospitals basically for children who are beginning to act like predators. I'm sorry, act like the P word or have been sexually abused, and they
They
starting
have
to
clinics
S
for that
word.
for children?
Yeah, they have clinics for that, for children. Some of them are expensive and some of them are state run. So the
Oh.
expensive one are the better ones. And if he goes
Oh.
there, he can be rehabilitated because he can't do it at home because the parents don't understand. And it looks like he's going to the point that if he doesn't get it addressed, that he's gonna be, end up being worse because he
Yeah.
is in that vulnerable stage where he can be rehabilitated, but it's up to the parents. And if the parents
Are the
don't get it
parents to blame
together,
for this, CC?
definitely, because they might have seen some things, but they probably put it aside. Mainly Royce, because he's with her all the time. She probably thought it was just him acting up, and she probably felt like she could handle it herself. But unfortunately, during those situations, she can't. And I had a situation similar to that, and she had to end up putting her son away. It's almost the same, almost the same situation. So
This is deep. I don't know what that is. This is deep. Sound off really quickly on Kenya. This is crazy.
Kenya Moore, she's getting exactly what she asked for. She got her baby. She had her man. I think it's a storyline because I think that she said her divorce was final when she was on the shore last season. So
wait, what?
This is
You think they're lying?
Storyline. I think it's a storyline.
Well, you have lawyers involved and paperwork that's open to the public. You think it's a storyline?
Oh, that was open. Yeah. Kenya. She getting exactly what she deserved, but I think it's a storyline, part of a storyline for her, because if you think back, all of her storylines since she's been married to Marc has been Marc, and
then something's wrong with Kenya. Something is seriously wrong with Kenya if this is a storyline.
Well, you get it. Now you're saying it just like everybody else is saying. Something is wrong with Kenya. Shit, Kenya, you pay for that man, now you gotta pay to get him on your TV show so you can make more money. But the sad part about it is, if it's not a storyline, but I'm thinking it is, why wouldn't that man think of his child? She's raising your child and you want to drain her dry?
Because he's selfish.
Yeah, he's a selfish little old good looking man.
He never wanted a child. He just wanted the money.
That's all he wants.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All he wanted.
Thank you for calling in. I gotta wrap this up then. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Not a problem.
Thank you, CC, for
Bye.
calling in. I appreciate
No
the call.
problem. Bye.
I don't know what happened, but we ran out of time again, and I have to still come back with another video. Final words, Diva, since you have corrupt the chat.
I'm praying for Kenya. Either she can hide the money, or maybe her bill won't be that high. you know, maybe it'll be just $40,000 a month or 30. I don't know. I'm praying for her. In regards to this kid and Royce and that whole situation, I'm praying for them too, because it's a very sad situation. And she probably was in denial about the real issues going on with her son, especially to let him be, you know, have the exposed to the other kids around him. They shouldn't have been living with anybody else or being exposed to anybody else. So, and with Travis Scott, I had said from the beginning, I never felt like this whole thing should be on his back. Others are responsible, and you don't get to tell me, yes, I'm in a situation, but you don't get to tell me what I get to do with my whole life while I'm waiting for this case to come up. Like, calm down.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
V, your final words?
Well, I just was thinking that I wish there was a law where that would, if men are healthy and strong and can work and take care of themselves, you get we might divide up a few things in the house, but you go your way and take care of yourself. I go my way and take care of myself. That's how I feel about that.
Harry, V.
Well, like basically what V saying, I just feel like this. I feel like anytime you go into like any kind of relationship and it's split up, just be fair about it.
Yeah.
Just be fair. That's all I'm saying. You know, one shouldn't try to take from the other or vice versa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I think.
All right, you guys, this is a serious video today with some serious issues. That it was tough to talk about. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do, so I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I don't know how these things are getting longer and longer and longer. I don't know. I could go on for a good 2 hours and we still will probably be talking. I want to thank everyone. So let's say bye on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.